just slow. I mean, that's the thing. I feel fine. I'm wide open down the straightaway, and I don't know at this point. Feels like I'm back in the neon. All right, guys, we are done for the night. Sadly, PB had to pull in early. He said oil pressure just dropped, temp was way up. We're about to load her into the trailer and see whenever we get home what's up with it. Welcome back, everyone. We are here working on the late model after PB's last race where it just wasn't right. He had to pull off the track due to just no pressure, no oil pressure, and no power. So we're now out here looking to see if it's something that we can do or if the engine will need to be shipped off. Yeah, not really sure what we're doing. We're just kind of messing around with a few different things, such as a compression test right now. That's what we're gonna start with, and we'll just keep going from there. So feel free to join them on. I don't know. 165. Oh, that's not good at all. What? Your metal on the plug? No, it's gunky. It's gunky oil. It's got metal shards all in it. It's magnetized. You can see there's this gunk that was in the as I was pulling this out. You can watch and see on the car how good you can see, but you can see it. It's pulling that gunk. That's metal, because this is a magnetized bolt.
Yeah.
So we've got metal in the oil pan.
Oh, well, we never discussed what we learned, or what we think we learned from the compression test the other day.
Compression says there's nothing wrong. I mean, there's no compression issues. So there's no seal issues. What was that noise? But this is a no good. This is no go. Yeah. This is bad. Yeah, something's got in there and it's not. Let's see what this can pick up. This is still left under here, this metal. I don't know what all's metal or not. That looks like metal. It means, I don't know what it means for the rest of the season, but it means we're going to be out of commission for at least a few races. Well, there's only once a month from August, September, I think October, and then November you have Turkey Run. Yeah. So it's just once a month from here on out that need more racing. It's part of owning a late model. That's for sure. It's part of it. I mean, you're gonna have times, especially when you don't have, we don't have funding for all this. We'll get it fixed, and hey, we'll get it fixed, and we'll go there and we'll compete for wins. Well, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure this thing's right, and if we're competing for top 10s with a burnout motor, I mean, heck. What could we do with a good motor? I mean, I gotta give it to Provenzino. This car is good. You gotta do this as an interview style.
Why?
Because I don't know what am I supposed to be talking about.
I just told you what you're supposed to be talking about.
Oh, okay. What did we just do? As far as the last filming?
There's metal in the oil.
Yeah, so...
Oh, do you want me to lead into this?
Sure, yeah. Okay. You gotta figure out how to film with this dude. Okay, guys, so as we just saw, there was metal in the oil. I'm not sure how well that picked up on camera, but we did a compression test that came back okay, but then we checked the oil coming out of the oil pan. There was immediately metal on the oil drain plug. Oil filter.
What do you say about the oil filter? You think there was some in there that we saw?
It's so hard to tell because, it was so hard, and, when we put a screwdriver through there and then it fell everywhere, that's a little bit difficult. So that's bozo move number one. But as far as, when we were messing around and feeling through it though, I know we could dig around, go to the bottom, and you could watch the magnet and we'll just watch it pull, just kind of from my fingers. So the same thing with the drain plug. It's hard to say, how much oil, because obviously you're going to have a little minute amount. I mean, but I think that was too much, especially when you can sit there and put the drain plug to the oil as it's coming out, and when you can direct the oil from from the magnet in the drain plug, you've got an issue, in my opinion. You do. And something, it may not be, it's obviously not detrimental, hugely detrimental, because the engine still runs and it don't smoke, to the point where it's like, oh my goodness, these about to blow up. But yeah, it's going to be a little while, just because of having not a ton of help from outside sources right now. I mean that's racing. It's going to be what would we rather do? Would we rather rebuild it, or would we rather get a new engine at this point? So it just, yeah, so we did. Wow, just cutting away from me. Well, you're taking a while to get to where we needed to be going. Oh, but where were we supposed to be going? To the outro. Oh. So, well, hang around, don't just leave. So, after we checked the oil, PB called, who did you call? Southeastern Performance. Yeah, so he called them to see kind of a price quote on getting this engine rebuilt, and then he also asked about a completely new engine. Yes. And the rebuild is a whole lot cheaper if there's not a lot of work that needs to be done to this engine. But if this engine from what this guy said, it sounded like if this engine has a bad head or anything, then that's where price starts adding up. So that's where he was just talking about a bunch of little stuff. Yeah, so this is where he was just talking about whether we get new or rebuild. We'll just kind of have to play that by ear. But for the most part, I think that our season will most likely be done with this car. And probably overall, I don't see us racing the Stingers or anything at Dixie, because I think there's only one more race left, and that's like next weekend. The Neon has a few problems. We may try to get a video to address those. The Civic in the off season we're going to try to build, so that way we can retire the Neon and focus on a bigger platform that we can build upon with that car, with the Civic. So that's kind of the plan. That sound about right? Yeah, I mean, it's part of racing. It's just is what it is. The search for speed though continues, though, for sure. We're going to continue searching for speed in this thing. Whether it be the end of this season or next season, we'll find speed. We'll do it, and we will compete. I think we can compete. This car, I've been very impressed, especially the second to last race, when we actually had a decent run.
You've only done 3 races.
But I mean, you gotta think, the first one I hit the wall. I pulled off because something felt weird, and we did have enough front end alignment. The steering wheel being off, I probably could have continued.
But yeah, the second race was where you got a top 10.
And we had speed in the car as far as corner speed. Yes. We were still down on the straight line speed.
Still bogging coming out.
Yes, and that probably explains this. Or this explains that. And especially the last race where we were just dog slow off the corner. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We will get this car back up and running as soon as we can. Not going to make any promises on a timeline, because building this thing kept saying, oh, we'll have it done by this date, and then never happened. Found more work to do. So we're just going to work on this. We'll keep you guys updated through videos, and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We probably, if we have just small updates, we will probably post there instead of making another short video like this, because I think most of this video is what I consider the outro. But yeah, we will get back out there, and we got a few projects. Alton's working on his RSX that he put in the wall in the last race at Dixie, and gonna try to get some more SEDRA races in, maybe towards the end of this year, but most likely just next year. Like I said, our racing season most likely done this year. So next year we got hopefully a bigger schedule to do, and we're gonna get more into racing. Yeah. So with that being said,
we have more projects though we can feature.
Yeah.
Such as this one over here.
we haven't really hinted at.
Yeah, it's been since I think like 2020.
Huh?
I think it was like after the first race
It doesn't
in the
matter.
Neon.
You talking about I think that's a good project.
Man, that just got on video. I just got attacked about 3 flies in the eye. Alright, but thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you later.